Hello everyone, welcome to Squishy Exclusive. Today this dinosaur is getting a makeover. So first of all, he really is quite smooth, so I'm getting the sandpaper out so that the fabric paint will actually stick and won't peel off later. Thanks Moriah Elizabeth for that tip. Now I'm just trimming some of the rough seams off the edges, and then I'm going to look at his tail. And in order to make it stand out a bit more, I'm just going to trim a little gap between the spines and the tail. Now for a white base coat. This is only because he's such a bright colour already. It would take about 1,000 layers to cover up that colour. So it's always best to start with white. And here he is drying on the washing line because it was such a nice day outside. I'm painting him blue, and he's going to be dark blue at the bottom, lighter blue in the middle, and then a very light blue at the top, all blending into each other hopefully. The paint always seems to dry darker than you want it to be, so now I'm doing the light blue on the top. I realised the middle stripe of blue was just too dark, so I've lightened it up there, you can see. Here is where I start making it up as I go along, which is really dangerous. I wanted to emphasise his back spikes, back plates, I'm not sure what you call them. Now I'm just looking at him thinking that was really the wrong colour to use, but it's too late now, so now I'm moving on. I'm going to use the jelly fabric paint that I used in my last video to make little spines or spikes, but I found they really are quite transparent, so what I'm doing first is using the white fabric paint to mark out where I want them to be, and they're going to stand out more. So I'm starting with the blue jelly fabric paint and the green, and I'm going to see how it turns out once it's dry. I really like the design on the tail. I do think he should have a spiny tail for self-defense. There is black and yellow jelly paint you can see on the table. I did test those out, but they just didn't look good on the blue dinosaur, so I stuck with green and blue. Now I'm just adding some jelly spines here and there, just to make it a bit more interesting so it's not all on the top. Now it's time to move on to the face, which is the hardest part, especially as his face is so small. I decided to go for a teardrop shape. You'll see why in a minute. And now he's upside down to do the other one. They're still too small, so I'm just going to make them a little bit bigger. He actually looks quite hopeful at the moment, but he knows I wasn't 100% happy with some of the design choices I made for him, so now he's going to be a sad dinosaur. He's sad and depressed and blue. One thing we've learned from Moriah Elizabeth is always to put the eye shine in, because it really does bring them to life. And now he's done. Here is the original Squishy. He was fine, I just really didn't like the eyes on the side of his head. And so I recreated him into this. He's a lot more squishable now. I really like the colours. I wish I had picked slightly different colours for the spines. But other than that, he's really good. I really like the way he turned out. And I love his little face. He's so sad. I think he knows he's not my favourite creation. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching everyone. It's bye from me, Squishy Exclusive. Bye.